Hmm. Why is that looking bad? We'll fix that when we switch over. Hello, everyone. How am I looking? At main overlay. There we go, there's the rest of it. Alright. As per the usual, we will need to do a small disclaimer. When we start. So, GameChops is the original game music record label, producing licensed remixes of video game music, safe for use on Twitch and YouTube, established by DJ Cutman in 2011. And with that said, let's go listen to Riding Days, because I love that song. And we will shoot this stream. Chat overlay, refresh. Let's do it again. Once more, as I'm not seeing chat come up over. Okay, yours came up, mine wasn't. That's odd. Anyway, I'll just switch over from Spotify in a moment. Hello?
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 Yes.
Okay. Switch from Spotify to display capture. That one. You sound tired.
Go. My brain woke me up an hour ago. Turns out, my anxiety dreams are just dreams about spiders.
Oh, fun.
And this one was not caused by a cat. It's just my brain being an asshole because I'm stressed.
Oh, but if you don't... Oh my god. Sorry, I had to turn off the music to this before I could talk, because it's really bad loud circus music. Oh god. If you don't mind talking about it on stream,
we're just in the quiet time of the year for work. So I've been going to kind of regularly getting 5 shifts a week to getting 3 last week, and I've got 2 next week. So, you know, it's just I am stressed because financially,
yeah.
you know, this is just what's happening. I need to grab my... Where is it? It's cold here today, so I'm just grabbing some warm things.
That's so good. Alright, I'm gonna get the achievement for let the carousel spin the entire time you're cleaning it. Alright, might as well change.
I hope no one suffers from motion sickness.
Good thing about it is there's one platform in the middle that doesn't move. So, that's a thing, at least.
Yeah. Excuse me, I have to go back to the other side of the room to get my glasses.
So good.
Getting a cookie.
Now go and get that cookie. I have to buy all the extensions for the best power washer. Apparently that means the entire time I have not been using the new power washers that I've been earning. Great. Is less stress inducing than I thought it would be with this spinning. Thank goodness. So I didn't know the entire time that you had to have like manually selected your fucking power washer. So I've been using the Preem Vista 5, like 1.5 the entire time. And
Yeah, I said that you weren't using the best one.
Oh, brain went. I forgot I can get a skin for this one too. Like, yay! I got cute looking stuff now.
Yay.
Whoa! You probably saw it in the Discord, but I gave Space Marines 1 a good go last night.
Yep.
Headache got in the way a bit, but I just don't know how to feel about it. It feels like a basic Bones Gears of War 1 game.
Well, hopefully the second one is better. Time to learn.
Yeah.
Because I finally watched someone play Deadlock, and it's just like, oh, okay, this is just like one of those 4v4 fighter, Overwatch, whatever game.
Yeah. It's like trying to be the new Valorant or Overwatch.
The problem with trying to reinvent the wheel.
Funniest thing about that game is, though, that's the game that Dr. Disrespect tried to come back and play on his first stream back since everything happened.
Did he suck at it?
But the fact that he sucked at it is everyone recognized his handles that he uses on his teams, and they kept leaving.
Huh. Sucked in is what you get for being a shitty human being.
So fucking funny.
I don't follow anything to do with that sort of stuff. It just, like, you can't get away from it. If you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, Facebook, whatever, it's gonna come up no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes up a lot with me on Twitter because I always hashtag like Twitch, small streamer and stuff like that, so a lot of the tags.
That stuff to you.
Yeah. How much is the first extender gonna cost?
Because I was in a the stream for the Indonesian VTuber, and someone came in. It's like, does anyone know who the hell Dr. Disrespect is? It's just like, yeah, he's just an asshole bully that got big by being a bully, and then got caught messaging minors.
Yep.
And now his career is imploding. And it's just like, wow, I didn't hear anything about that. And it's just like, yeah, he's not worth knowing. It's like, okay. All you need to know is he is an asshole, and the less attention he gets, the better.
Exactly.
Because the first thing I ever saw was him, like, defeating some boss in Elden Ring, and then him getting the email that another sponsor was dropping him. And him trying to, visibly trying to not panic, and then, like, trying to play it off, like, I'm gonna have to put out a statement saying that I'm stepping back from them. It's just like, motherfucker, you got fired.
Yeah.
No one believes that you were letting go of sponsors. You are not in a position to. I also find it very amusing that apparently, like, he's also the kind of asshole that's just like, oh, mental health isn't a thing, blah, blah, blah. I need to step away from my own mental health.
Yep.
Why don't you toughen up? Can you tell everyone else? Oh no, it's the consequences of my own actions.
Oops, stepped off the carousel there for a moment.
Because sure, being an asshole and being a bully will, for some reason, get you pretty damn far in life.
Yeah, it's actually really sad.
But it will, in fact, come back to bite you at some point.
So come back to nibble you in your many assholes. Funny, because I was talking with my mum the other night about everything to do with my landlord and whatnot, or our landlord, I should say. And she goes, just like me, you just have no patience anymore. I'm like, well, it's not because I don't have any patience, I'm not a doormat anymore.
He's outright breaking the law.
Oh, you should have seen his face though, the sheer rage he got when someone half his age was lecturing him.
Like, go on, call the cops then. And if he tries to evict you over it, you can just go to Consumer's Affair.
Yep.
There are so many ways to protect yourself. And unfortunately, not enough people know it. But I guess he's not going to do much of anything because you guys are moving out anyway.
Yeah, you gotta know that, right?
Oh, okay, cool. So he's probably thinking, oh, I just won't renew the lease. And it's just like, okay, it doesn't bother us.
I might go down one.
I think, okay, so you know how sometimes the water clips through?
Yeah.
I think you just completed a bit on the top side because of it.
Yeah.
That I was working on at the same time. It's just
Lol.
like, there's no way.
I didn't do that.
I didn't do enough of that.
Well, so at least when you're on the parts that spin, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just like having the sprayer going and just standing there and let it do all the work for me as it spins.
Oh yeah, I did plenty of that with this level. It's just like, I'm not in a hurry. It's already spinning for me.
Another thing.
So,
go on.
when I was originally trying to boot up Reika,
yeah.
Her skin color, like in the start menu is where it was crashing. Her skin color wasn't loading in.
Oh.
Her pants and her boots weren't loading in. Her overcoat wasn't loading in. and neither was her face.
Oh. Well.
That was apparently how out of date my graphics drivers were.
Jesus Christ.
And I had no idea because it was signed up to an external source when I got it.
Yeah.
And it's got a sticker saying, hey, you know, it's the GeForce, whatever. And yeah, it takes... So when I try to shut down my computer, it doesn't actually shut down. It's like permanently in the space of trying to shut down.
Yeah.
So I have to force a shutdown every time, which is why I just put my computer to sleep.
Yeah.
So when I have to restart things for updates, I have to like set it to shut down, and then when I know everything is closed and I'm not at risk of, well, I'm at minimal risk of losing anything, I have to force a shutdown by just holding down the power button.
Yeah.
There was one time it was glitching so bad I had to just unplug the power supply.
Oh. Yeah. Your Gerblin is on its last legs of Gerbling.
Yeah. But I mean, that's served me so well, and I will take care of them until the day comes that it's time to part ways.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, because there's not much point donating it because it's too out of date.
Well, my housemate was going on about how he wanted to eventually turn his computer into a server when he gets a new one, and he's going to do that with my old component bits. So maybe look into turning it into a server, and you can host your own servers for things.
I don't think our internet is good enough for that. Plus,
Yeah,
what this particular computer is, it's a computer and monitor in one, so it's effectively a giant tablet.
Yeah.
So there are less options.
Yeah. Making me think of the old Macintoshes.
Yeah, this one's an Acer. But it might just have to be that it goes to the electronic section of the dump to be recycled from there.
Yep. And even if it's a component part, you can still try to get something out of it at the recycling plant.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah. Well, it's like...
I know how to play on a computer, I don't know how to play with a computer.
Yeah, it's the same with me. But like when I was moving from Adelaide up here, we recycled a whole bunch of electronics and whatnot, and then by the last one that I was getting rid of, the guy said, oh, do you want to put it on the weight to see how much money it's worth for you to recycle it with us, or just want to dump it? I'm like, wait, that's a thing?
Yes, please, more money.
Yeah, so I wish I'd known that beforehand. Oh, moving is so ridiculously expensive, especially interstate. Holy shit, was that expensive. I'm just glad that the company that I went with, which is the same one that my mum went with when she first moved up, had changed a little bit once I moved up, because they, according to my mother, it cost her an extra 2.9k to get her stuff shipped up here, because at that time they didn't ship up to here, so she had to hire a moving company to get all her stuff from Brisbane and then bring it 3 hours out. So that was insanely pricey.
Yeah.
I'm also glad that I do not own a pet of my own, because that costs $2,000 just to get Milo up here.
Oh yeah. And you've got to be so careful with how they're being traveled as well. Like my heart goes out to people living in America who is trying to fly their pets and they just lose them.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't even imagine.
And like the worst bit is like some of them are sitting on the plane and they can see the carrier is out on the tarmac with the animal not getting any food or water or shelter.
Yeah.
God, how is that not a class action?
Well, I would turn it into one.
Because they have paid for a service that was not delivered. Part of that contract should be that the animal makes it alive. also trying to figure out how the fuck it is that these American airlines of any kind seem to double book things.
That's so weird.
They don't have the law that we have in Australia is you can't sell something if it doesn't exist. Yeah. So when a plane is full, you can no longer try to purchase a seat on that plane.
Ah, yeah.
That's not a thing in America, so they're selling seats that don't actually exist.
Yeah. Oh god, that makes a lot more sense with that Seinfeld episode now. Where, like, Jerry has, reserved and already pre-booked a rental car, and the woman's like, well, it's been rented out. Well, you see is, I reserved it, so where's my car? Sorry, sir, we've already rented it to someone else. But you think, like, do you know what the word reserved means?
So yeah, unless it's like in a restaurant or something like that, it doesn't mean shit. And probably because the people directly involved have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how, like, so much bullshit happens on airlines. Because you've got to make sure that you're there before whoever else has accidentally, you know, fallen into the trap of purchasing this one seat.
Yeah. I would hate to be on the other end of that, like either of them, they're like, okay, you got there first, it's yours now. But, like, I paid for it and everything, so what the fuck?
And then there's been situations like, you know, I'm trying to get home for a death. And she's like, well, you know, there's another, you know, like someone's dying or something, and it's just like, well, we have another flight in 8 hours. It's just like, they'll be gone by then.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like, how has this country not already collapsed? Are we going to do an Inktober event?
Inktober? Oh, for drawing and stuff? I can't say yes at this point, because I'm pretty sure October is going to be very medically stressful for me. Because my disability stuff is up for audit. Yeah.
Hey, is your body still falling apart?
Yes. Oh, medical information about that, please. Okay. It's been 2 years. How are you not better?
Because it doesn't get better. My bones are deteriorating. It does not stop.
One pony.
Yeah, the horses are a pain in the ass.
I hate it as they're calling them horses when they're clearly unicorns.
Not all of them are unicorns, though.
But all of them have a horn. Therefore, unicorn. None of them have wings, so they're not alicorns.
So, growing up, I just always called them Pegasus unicorns.
Oh, okay.
Like, to my knowledge, up until My Little Pony, there wasn't a name for it that I had ever come across.
Oh, well, alicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only know about alicorns because of D&D.
Okay. See, you've also been playing D&D for much longer. Oh,
yeah.
We played D&D last night.
How'd that go?
My dice are fucking hilarious.
Oh no. Hilarious in a good way or hilarious in a like, oh my god, they're so bad.
Hilarious in a great way. So, Skrink was going to sneak into the tavern to try and warn the barkeep that the soldiers that are there are not actually soldiers.
Ah.
So I've rolled my stealth check to go up to the door, and I got a 1.
Oh no.
So the door opens and there's a guard there. What do you do? Rodent inspection. Skrink was previously employed here to take care of the rodent problem.
Yep.
Roll deception. I got a 5.
Oh no.
The soldier rolled a 3.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
He goes out to have a leak and Skrink goes inside like nothing happened.
Oh, I wish that's how that went for the Pathfinder game that I was in when I fell through the roof of a train and all the the guards were there like, who are you? And I just stand up with a bunch of accent tickets, please. And I rolled a 2. Battle ensues.
Well, okay, so because Skrink was about to walk through a door, that's probably why I was allowed for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if she was climbing through a window, I don't think that would have gone down so well.
You could have done the deception of like, you roll a deception, it's like, okay, what do you say? Because like every good DM should either penalize you or give you more points without you knowing, depending on what you say, when it comes to like diplomacy or deception or anything like that, because the roleplay counts in my mind.
Yeah.
It should have been, why were you climbing through a window? To get the rodent, you must think like the rodent.
Yeah. No, she was just gonna go through the back door thinking that only like the new chef would be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was gonna pull the same, you know, I'm here to inspect for rodents sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then it turns out Onyx, the barkeep, was actually working with them.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I will give you all of my loot if you let me live. And Skrink is very financially motivated.
Yep.
And then when she was questioned, you know, why do you have like this hidden loot? It's just like, because she's essentially head of the gang. So Skrink makes an attack, and it's just like, but we had a deal. And Skrink uses one of the 2 very big words she knows, liability.
What's the other big word?
Conversation.
Oh.
Big word for a kobold.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong. Oh my God.
And I do have her speak in like Pigeon Common.
Mm-hmm.
And our newest party member, our newest person who has joined our D&D group, rolled up her new character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a wood elf druid. And the first wild shape that we saw her take was a wolf, and that's how she came to us. But she was friendly, so we didn't attack.
Yeah.
And Skrink could call her elf, could call her druid, could call her pretty much anything. She called her moondog. Because the DM NPC is that's a part of our party.
Mm-hmm.
Is a follower of Saloon.
Yeah.
So of course, the moment the druid wild shapes back into an elf, it's just like, oh, you're a messenger of Saloon. It's just like moondog.
Mm-hmm. God damn it, Moon.
So she did roll a 1 on something. So it's just like, yeah, you just had a moon moment. And then I broke the game again.
Oh, what did you do this time?
So because Onyx was the owner of the bar and she is now dead, and Thar, the orc on our team, is a chef, so he went down to the kitchen to start taking herbs and things because they're a druid, whatever, and I had an idea. So Skrink has gone down, it's like, Moondog, stop stealing. Like I said we could have it doesn't matter, it's like, belong to Thar now. So Skrink has put forward that because Onyx is now dead, and Thar wants to own a food place, the tavern belongs to Thar now.
Oh, goddamn.
The DM is not happy about this because we're meant to be moving on. But it's like, well, now we have a home base. And like, I love that how I can be like I love Skrink so much. It's just like, Onyx dead, find paper, own tavern, home.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, this also gives Skrink a steady income of being like, you know, rodent control. She can bring in other kobolds to stand in for her, and Thar can just you know, train other people to take over the tavern when we go adventuring.
Yeah.
Because he's ultimately adventuring because one, he's looking for somewhere to stay permanently, and he's looking for interesting and new ingredients.
Yeah.
And Angelica was raised in a temple believed to be she is the chosen one, and it's actually very possible she's not. She has no social skills. So we kind of got to keep her with us. Anytime my game wants to unfreeze, please. So, yeah, the party has a tavern now. Which apparently this is how D&D used to be. Like, you would start businesses and stuff because it was played in real time.
Oh, yeah.
So over the course of the week, your investment would earn money because your experience was tied to your gold.
Oh.
So you would start businesses to get more gold so you could level.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's like now we have a steady stream of income because it's a tavern. So I can do all the cooking that he wants. I'm just like, yeah. And then, because I have our DM watches Ginny D a lot, which is fine. She's apparently an excellent resource. I just never sat down to watch. And like, you know, good on her. We need more resources for all of the fun things. Plot points are being introduced. Where a DM can say something and we can spend a plot point to, like, let's say we're entering a shop. We can spend a plot point to, out the back, there's a bunch of restricted stuff.
Yeah.
So now the DM has to come up with a list of restricted magical items that we could potentially buy.
Yeah. That's like, a previous DM that I played with said that we have 2 I know a guy points.
We call that the Lando rule.
Good old Lando Calrissian.
So, we have, like, I know a guy characters, and that's connected to our charisma, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So you can have up to, you know, 4, you know, I know a guy individuals. We're also introducing Renowned. Because Skrank is technically like a shield bearer, she already has a great deal of renown in her clutch.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a group of kobolds is called, because I don't want to call them a horde.
I believe there would be a clutch as well, because they're like...
They're lizard folk.
Yeah, the lizards, they're not exactly related, like, as much as they like to think they are dragon, they're not dragon.
But they are descendant of dragon. So basically, at some point when we figure out the renown level, that's how many kobolds I can just summon.
Yeah.
And with the shield bearer's uncommon courage, that also works. Because the stronger, burlier kobolds can tell the others what to do, and they will listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that moment of that nat 1 is just like, oh no. Rodent inspection. But I didn't think. And then when I rolled the 5, it's like, oh cool, the fight's starting early. And then it's like, nope, he rolled a 3.
Hello there.
Oh, I got something follow. From who though?
Oh, I also...
T-Winks!
Welcome in! Hello!
Yes, hello, thank you for the follow. Oh, I could have kept my thing going whilst I was looking at. How are you?
Do you play D&D and PowerWash as well?
Oh god, D&D, but it's actually PowerWash Simulator.
This is a business.
I like to give, like, people in D&D, like my NPCs, if they're a wizard, they can have a job like that.
I came up with a good, story idea for a wizard. Because, my housemate who's, the DM, I'm still waking up.
Yeah, all good.
So the DM is just like, it's so hard to remember sometimes to put scrolls in for wizards to learn.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what if, as an apprentice wizard, you have picked up the diary of, you know, like, an archwizard, but of their adventures when they were still learning magic? And as you take your long rest and whatnot, and you read further into this diary, you read more about how they were experimenting with magic and how they learnt things and learned spells that way. I mean, it means you have to read like, you've got to write a diary.
Yeah.
But I just thought that would be an interesting way to do that.
Definitely a lot easier.
Because then the player character can decide, you know, what spells do you want to learn?
Yeah.
Give that list to the DM and they can, like, you know, come up with a story of how they went about it. Like, is it chain lightning where you need a piece of wood that's been struck by lightning?
Yeah.
Okay, well they write about how they were wandering around the forest and came across, you know, a tree that had been struck by lightning. So it's like, huh, I wonder what happens if I push a bit of the weave through this. Conclusion, use half as much as you think you need.
So that spell is synonymous in my Pathfinder game with killing player characters. So whenever they see anyone who can cast chain lightning, they're like, oh, they're bad people.
I have no fear, chain lightning. I have one fear. There is something on the underside of the one that I'm working. No, nope, never mind. I found it. Oh, that's weird.
What?
F12. And I'm gonna. Oh no, you moved.
Oh no.
And print screen. I will show you that later. So you're looking off in the opposite direction of where you're spraying, and your arm is behind you spraying.
Ooh, I hate. Ooh,
It's very strange. I will put that in the Discord for you later. Because yeah, I just looked down and like I noticed what direction your head's looking. It's like, oh, okay, you know, he's just looking at something. He's probably moving the ladder. Oh, no. That's not what's happening.
Sims style, like when their like exoskeleton alien creature comes out.
Yeah, I'm what's referred to as, and very politely, as the wild card in any D&D game that I play. I'm not trying to break the game. I'm not trying to find ways around the rules. I'm just playing the way that I play.
Yeah.
And it results in interesting things. Could you make the ladder for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh god, I don't remember. So my very first D&D campaign, the first D&D game I ever played was a Call of Cthulhu. it was my first time, like, doing anything, and I made my DM sigh in exasperation.
Yep.
I'm not trying to do things, I'm just trying to play. So, we're a police squad, we're doing a house raid, and it's like, okay, do you want to go in the front door, the back door, or the garage door? It's like, where are the windows? Now I have to draw windows.
Yep.
Because, and my current DM says this, I can account for everything except for what you're going to do.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to be like that. I can't remember the name of the frog folk that I was fighting.
Bullywog?
Not a bullywug, it was something else. Because we were playing Pathfinder.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Gripply?
Probably. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's wearing a burlap sack. I have the spell Spark. That's not how that spell works, but that's also exactly how that spell works, is what my DM said when I cast Spark on his clothing.
Yep.
And because it's not a battle spell, he has to roll the damage. I'm not trying to break the game. I'm not trying to find ways around it. I'm just paying attention to what things can do, and I'm just doing stuff and hoping, one, that it works, and that it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And so, the DM couldn't fight against us having the tavern because it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But also, we're not supposed to have a tavern. But it just makes sense. We have a home base. We have income. And it plays into every single character's development and arc.
Yeah.
So please know that when you play D&D with me, and I do something that makes things difficult, or like it just kind of ruins your plans a bit, I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. But my DM lets me get away with a lot of stuff just because I'm not aiming for it to be game breaking.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is usually fun. And it's just like, well, you know what? That's a new perspective. And I do let my DM tell me no.
Yeah. But how dare you try to have fun in a game that's all about fun?
It's just that my fun makes more work for the DM. And my DM actually rolled up my character for Call of Cthulhu because it was my first time, and I still have trouble figuring out like rolling up characters, honestly.
Yeah.
I had to roll above a 95 to miss with my shotgun.
Oh wow.
And then I think when we went up a couple levels, I had to roll above a 98 to miss with my shotgun.
Jesus.
I never missed with my shotgun.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Eh. I was told to stop almost killing the mythos. Because I wouldn't get that killing blow, but goddamn, did I do the most damage.
Yep. DPS, baby! Yeah, second nozzle, well, first nozzle you can buy, like extender on this gun.
Yeah, getting around this side is hard. It's much easier with the scaffolding.
Hmm.
You can't get the scaffolding around here. Too narrow.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the angles as well. It's not like a perfect swivel you can do with these things.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate.
Oh, you can rotate it with the scroll wheel.
Yeah, well, like it's like a very jaggedy scroll. It's like not exact 360.
Yeah, it's a set distance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what it's got left. Oh, fucking pole bases. At least it's not the poles themselves.
Yeah, it's all the little filigree bits.
Yeah. Okay. Horse rod top.
Oh, yeah, some of them you can
That
only
one.
get once they come back down.
Yeah. I think I've got all the horse poles, luckily.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem.
Mhm.
This one in particular, you've missed an angle.
Ah, yeah. Resting trims. Which one? Yeah! Complete, clean, without turning it off.
So I'm
I
gonna
love-
try and get that image up for you.
Yeah. I just love watching you, like, because you're on the scaffolding, but it doesn't ever show scaffolding. You're just floating around Exorcist style cleaning.
Yep.
Your mother cleans cocks in hell. Oh.
Hey, it's an honest job.
Alright, treehouse, let's go.
Just give me a little bit more time because my poor goblin.
So good.
Where do I want to put that? I'm gonna put that in clips and bods.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should see if there is a achievement before I actually finish anything. Treehouse. No, can't see it.
There it is.
It doesn't appear to be one for treehouse.
There we go, that image is up of what I was seeing.
Okay. Clips and bods. Oh, I have style.
But also just the fact that it's behind your head.
Yeah. Just a little bit concerning, don't worry about it.
360 no scope.
Just Cthulhu, it's fine.
Get that grime.
I hear pigeons!
Oh man, it was on this level that I really ignored the phone.
Yeah.
Did not care.
I remember, like, listening to, I think it was either Mark and Ethan or Mark and Jack doing the PowerWash playthrough on this one. And then Mark's like, please, don't tell me how to do under everything. He's like, oh, God! Oh.
You're gonna do it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, lads, it's your stream and I've been carrying.
Oh, shut up! I'm concentrating. My lord. It's funny because sometimes, like, there'll be a stream where I'm alone and I'm overly chatty and I'm just talking about whatever I want to talk about and no one's there. And as soon as I stop talking and I'm just in the zone of the game, like 10 people will say something and I'm just ignoring them because I'm so locked in. And then, like, no one's there when I finally realize people were talking to me.
Oh no.
That happened last night on Space Marines. I was alone for probably the first 45 minutes of the stream, so I was just playing the game, like, laughing about, like, how bad the mechanics feel, and bitching about missing a servitor, which is like one of the collectibles, or a log that I wanted to listen to, and eventually I noticed, hey, there's actually someone here talking to me. Oh my god, you can spin the camera! Go, camera, go, camera, go. Anyway, yeah, and yeah, they weren't there when I talked back, and I was so sad.
No.
I didn't really expect too much, or any people to come out for Space Marines 1 when Space Marines 2 is out, but I am very much of the mind of, if sequel is like not just another numbered part of the game and actually carries over, like I need to play the first one. Like I want all the story.
Because you don't have to have played all of the Monster Hunters.
Is there any more things on the floor for me to clean? I think so. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. But, I think if I don't really like Space Marines 1 after giving it at least another stream or two, because I always do the for science, where it's, you stream once.
Sometimes it's a bad stream.
Yeah. You stream.
That's it.
Just like anime as well, I find it that, you have to try at least 2 to 3 episodes, and if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's like, it's a thing of, you do it once for the experience, twice for science to see if it's something you actually liked. I always treat video games like that. Well, I've been playing a lot of that Cosmeteer game that we did on 3 demos, but I don't think it's something people would stick around for on stream. So I've been just playing a lot of it on my own free time, and I'm really enjoying having a video game I like that isn't one that I restrict myself to playing on stream.
Yeah. It's just for you.
Yeah.
I mean, when Wilds comes out, I'm going to be on everyone's streams. Like, obviously, primarily with you, Dell reckons he's going to be playing it a lot. It's like, cool, I'm happy to play with Dell.
Yeah.
We'll have Northy around more often. Northy's very into dino games.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going to restrict myself to only when I'm playing with other people that I'll play Monster Hunter, or if I'm going to be doing like my usual bullshit of like, how many things can I get together to make the many things?
Yeah. I know that I'll probably end up playing it offline and online as well. I probably won't ever progress the story offline. I would just want to, I need to farm for that item, or like I would do non-key quests probably offline if I really wanted to play. And if I accidentally went into a mission I didn't know was a story one, I would probably replay the cinematic on the stream just so people can know what I've done by accident.
Yeah.
The only bad thing as well about wanting to play a game that's going to be fresh and new, every Twitch streamer and their fucking dog is going to be playing it. So the market's going to be oversaturated with it, and the more popular streamers, of course, are going to get all the views for it.
But here's the thing. They're going to come looking for other smaller streamers when the big streamers are having a break and, like, you know, having their sleep and whatnot because time zones.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got raided into someone's stream who was playing World for the first time.
Yeah.
And I asked them what equipment they were running with because it looked like they very much had the wrong equipment for the situation.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm not looking at skills at all, I'm just wearing what I think looks good. You're in the Rotten Vale. You've made the Great Gyros mask. You need the coil.
Yeah. For the fluvium bullshit.
Yeah. No, I'm not looking at the skills. And she's like, wow, I'm not gonna, I didn't put this in the chat, but it's like, I am not following.
Yeah.
It's just like, and their reasoning was, oh, I'm a Dark Souls player, you know, I'll just keep throwing myself at the wall until it works. It's like, that's not how you play Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that's seriously not how you play Monster Hunter. You adapt or die.
Yeah, because as you rank up, the monsters have, their attacks get stronger, they get more health, and if you're not upgrading anything and you're not adapting to the situation, you're not gonna get anywhere. You are going to run out of time.
Like, yes, like Dark Souls, you can learn their attack patterns and shit, but
you may never be able to do enough damage.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Dark Souls that you brought up with time. Like, fuck.
I love this game, so it's just like, I'm just going to quietly leave. I'm not going to tell you that you're playing the game wrong. I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big supporter of play however brings you the most joy. That is like, whenever anyone says which is the best weapon, it's like whichever one you enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Whichever one you have the best time with, that's the best weapon in the game.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you're just blatantly, you know, ignoring the core mechanic of the game.
Yeah. I'm
sorry, I'm not here. Have fun in your way, I'm gonna have fun in my way over here.
I'm gonna have fun in my way, which is the correct way.
Well, I mean, it's the way that's gonna get me somewhere in the game.
Yeah.
Because they're getting two-shot by a Doberon.
Ew.
And I'm like, he fast boy.
Mm-hmm.
I had zero trouble with that guy.
Yeah.
That monster was just built for me to destroy. And I love the demon look. I love my demon dog. But it's just like, it's just, I can't sit there and watch something like that.
Yeah. I was on Etsy the other day and I found a Dodogama pencil holder, which is him just standing there with his big stupid mouth open.
Oh, that's so cute.
I also was going on Etsy just looking for more models that I want to paint, and there was someone selling resin sculpts of Baroth in 3 different poses, and I was thinking to myself, oh my god, that would be so cool to just paint on stream, because 1, Monster Hunter, 2, I can use it for D&D, but then I thought to myself, that thing's all brown. I hate painting brown now.
So there is a Monster Hunter tabletop game.
Yeah, I know. My former roommate, Radioactive, they were lucky enough to have someone pre-order a bunch of Kickstarters of it and give them the Teostra exclusive model that came with it, and I was so mad. I'm like, why no one tell me these things? I know I'm broke, but still would buy.
Because here's the thing, you've got a month to get the money together. And even then, it's just like, hey, we're gonna try again in a week, but if you want to like set up an alternative thing, or like if you want to try again manually now.
Yeah.
But I looked at it and she's like, I don't think that's gonna be for me.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't look like it is. So I will just stick to the video game.
Kickstarter is unbelievably expensive as well, if you actually want to get a product, I find.
Well, this is the whole point of them kickstarting it, is because it is expensive to have things made. Also, by the looks of things, I was completely wrong about the Equal Dragon weapon being in the game.
Equal Dragon?
Okay, so if you don't have any of the concept art books, you wouldn't know what this is.
Ah, yeah.
Because I'm a fucking nerd when it comes to Monster Hunter. I thought for sure, based on like some of the things we'd seen, the first snippets of trailers, just like, oh man, are we actually gonna get it for the very first time? Is this a legit thing? It's like, no. What I'm seeing, it's like, no, that's just a part of the village. It's not a part of some secret cool thing. So I got myself very excited for the potential of something. It's like, no, it's not going to happen. But the game is still going to be very cool.
Yeah.
And Raidao is not the flagship.
Oh.
That was confirmed in Seattle.
Ooh.
So yeah. So the speculation is that either it's going to be like, you know, something much bigger, much cooler, obviously, or it's going to be like Generations, where we had multiple flagships.
Yeah.
Since we have an apex for each area, it might not be that Raidao is the flagship, but one of the flagships.
Mm-hmm.
But we will have to see. The next time the demo is playable is in Paris for their packs.
Yeah.
More Monster Hunter news at 6. So yeah, I've been a bit of a bloodhound with this one.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Because I wasn't this bad with World. I mean, like, I was definitely annoying the shit out of the people around me. Because, like, I would start staring up into space, like, what do you think about Monster Hunter? And then it eventually became, like, are you thinking about Monster Hunter again?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because we've also got a pretty good chance of it being, like, a midnight release as well.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, if it is a midnight release, I know my local EB Games would not do a midnight launch.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it depends entirely on the store and, like, how many units have been sold.
No, I don't want it anymore. Stop giving me the ladder.
Yeah, you gotta put it down somewhere.
I have. It keeps making me pick it up.
Okay, I'll stop spraying. Try turning.
Still my hand. Stop it.
Try putting it on a different level. Like, just put it in a different location.
There literally isn't anywhere on the bottom floor to put it. That's fucking sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't notice that.
No.
Okay, bring it by me. I'll see if I can... Oh, no. You're free?
No,
Nope.
It's glitching out that I still hold it.
Okay. Do you want to stop and restart?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay. So it's probably going to kick me out, and that's fine. I'm going to take this chance to go to the bathroom.
Oh, good. Oh, that was fucking annoying. Alright, go back to that one. Well, luckily we don't need the ladder anymore anyway. I'm just a pro. Vista. Long, I need 600.
Is it fixed?
Yep.
Heal.
I mean, I've had that glitch once before, but it sorted itself out.
Probably got a bit too confused because there was a second person.
Maybe. Might have also got confused because you set up the ladder first and it was like trying to recorrect itself that like player 2 put ladder here, I think, maybe.
Yeah, but I've moved ladders that you've set up and that hasn't happened.
Well, thankfully we've done the roof of this thing, so there's no need for the ladder anymore.
Laz, what's your ideal holiday?
So stereotypical weeb of me, but ideal holiday would probably be Japan in snowy winter.
I don't know if it's because I'm old. I want to go on a train cruise.
Oh, that does sound nice.
Just have my own private cabin. And just like, you know, stay on this one line for like days at a time.
That would be nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going on something like that, like the Garn.
Is that a multi-level train or a single-level train?
I believe it's a single level, the Garn.
Because I didn't think you'd want to be anywhere when it's snowing.
Oh, well, the Garn is an Australian one.
No, I mean like the Japan trip.
Oh, I just love the cold. And I love...
And it doesn't mess with your condition at all?
Not particularly, no, because like I've got this funny thing where because of my medication, I suffer a lot of the mild side effects, and one of them is my antidepressant, anxiety, antipsychotic. It raises my body temperature above normal.
Right.
So I'm really good when it comes to cold climate. The worst thing about it though is all of my normal everyday symptoms that I have from medications pretty much is everything about COVID without having COVID. So when I had to have COVID test done by doctors, it's like, have you been feeling like this, and this? I'm like, yes, but that's normal for me.
This is just my everyday hell.
So despite not being able to completely build that magma dragon miniature I got, I'm looking at it kind of as a good thing because the seller is going to send out the replacement piece as soon as possible, but this also gives me an opportunity to grime and then test paint the technique I wanted to do on the actual dragon.
Yeah.
So looking at it with like the grain of salt and the silver lining, and it's a little bit smaller than I expected it to be, but I did get the the large size in comparison to the largest size I could get, but that was also because, pricey. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to trying out this, making it look like it is actually a living lava creature.
You're a Magdaros.
Pretty much. But I still want to get a... I can't remember what dragon from D&D or Pathfinder it is, but I want to get one of the ones I'm thinking about and do it like the dragon from Sunbreak. That color scheme is just gorgeous and I love it.
Malzeno or Primordial Malzeno?
Regular Malzeno. I'll probably get two of them and do one when it's in like enraged form.
With all them ruffles.
Never fight the dragon that comes with its own cravat. I really want Zamtrius to come back into Wilds.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves their chubby shark balloon boy.
And like, I hope they keep, like, if it's coming back, I hope it's a complete secret.
Yeah.
I want it to be a complete blind reaction for everyone who's never experienced it before. I want to see that joy. Because that's what one of my friends did to me when it came to fighting Zamtrius for the first time. She was like, okay, obviously you want this element and all this sort of thing because you know it's a shark. It's an ice shark monster. You know, whatever. And then yeah, he ballooned up. It's just like what the what? And I had a great time.
What? Ooh.
Oh, there's a lip up here.
Ah.
And we have, of course, not more or less not touched it.
Oh, well, got that dinged off. I'm cleaning the fence lining on the scaffolding that I fell onto, and I'm just spraying through it and I'm getting dings off on a window behind it. Like, yes. Work dumber, not harder. Like, I'm not even aiming for that.
Oh, the amount of times I've said that while playing pool. Like, I'm not good at math, so I can't figure out how to do the crack shots.
Yeah.
It is a skill I do not have. But I will be aiming for something and hit and sink something else. And everyone's staring. It's like, how the fuck did you do that? And it's just like, I wish I knew. I wasn't even aiming for it.
Before moving, the four of us that lived together, we all went quarters into my dad's old pool table, and it was a bit warped and wonky in some places. Like, we called it pool on hard mode. But there was a time when I was playing Pool against Tentacle Supreme, because if it wasn't a D&D day or a stream day and we just wanted to chat and hang out, we'd either watch something on YouTube together and just have a cup of tea or coffee, or we'll just play pool. One particular day, it was my turn to break, and I said to him, ready to get your ass kicked? Watch this. And as I broke, I only sunk one ball, which was the 8 ball, and I lost straight away.
Oh no!
And the fact that I managed to sink the 8 ball, which is always put in the middle, was truly an outstanding achievement of fuck around and find out.
Yeah, talk shit.
Yeah.
So I can't break to save my life. I can hardly get them to separate, so I will always let someone else break first.
Yeah.
And then when they eventually make me do it, and I will put as much force behind it as I can, and it's just because I can't, the angle is so awkward for me.
Yeah.
I just can't put any power into it.
Is it because of the length of the pool cue as well?
No, it's more so like where I'm bending because of the height of the table.
Yeah.
Because like I can use the shortest pool cue, but then I'm barely reaching the balls.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of a I can't win in that situation.
Yeah.
But once I start playing the game, it's just like, how the fuck did you do that?
Does your small pool player require a booster seat?
No, but I need a safety platform.
That's a
Bring me the scaffolding.
That's a fully grown goblin. What? I wouldn't mind at some point running a Spelljammer style D&D game.
Spelljammer?
So Spelljammer is like the setting where it's 5e in the astral plane space areas. And there's literally a zone in the astral plane called Clown Space, where you don't want to stay in Clown Space for too long. Because Clown Space is parasitic in nature and evil, where it physically changes every character into a clown. If you spend too much time in there, you begin clownification.
No thanks.
But you know, it's pretty much D&D set in space where you have your own astral ships. That's where like a lot of the Illithids and Githyanki and Githzari hang out.
Yep.
So you'll come across a lot of like Nautiloids and all that kind of stuff. It's a cool place, but I've never had a campaign set in the astral plane Space Jammer, and I've got a few books now for like Planescapes, and I've got the campaign setting of the Radiant Dawn, which is a city that's located on an asteroid with a giant crystal all the way through it. It's a very interesting setting, and it'll be fun to explore at one point.
I just got to accept that chances are, by the end of it all, your character's going to be a clown.
That is if you go to Clown Space. I think once I've run Tyranny of Dragons, probably to its halfway point, I might start running it online. I'll like just recreate assets and whatnot. Only problem with Tyranny of Dragons, it being a campaign book, it's very railroady.
Okay.
Like, this is the set game. It's a very linear. Like, there are still choices you can make, and there's even a NPC scoreboard for the end chapter with like how much support you'll have from different factions. Like, if you didn't do this, it minuses a score. If you did do this, it adds to it.
Yep.
So it's kind of cool in its way of like your decisions still matter and stuff like that, but
it doesn't allow for much in the way of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like, you can't suddenly acquire a business.
The group's still having a bunch of fun playing it though, which is what I want out of all of it. And it goes by, if you have your own preferences, that you can run a milestone or experience. So we're running the first half of the campaign in experience up to level 8, and then we're going to do milestone from then on out. I thought it would be better doing experience up until the first campaign that's in there that leads into the other one, because we only have 3 people, including one of my own DM characters.
Yep.
And if we can manage to achieve things to get the XP, I'm more than happy for us to do it, because technically we just finished chapter 4, and it says in the book that if you're running milestone, this is where they should be they should be level 4. We're level 4, about 550 experience away from 5th, because we're running only 3 characters collecting the XP. But if I had my characters at level 3 through the chapter 4 dungeon, we would have not survived. We almost died as it was against what would be considered the main boss. It was incredibly tough. If it wasn't for the shenanigans of feeding guard drakes kobold meat successive passes on animal handling, we would have been fucked, like actual fucked.
Because we had to have a little bit of a go at our DM because he keeps treating us like we are a balanced, experienced party.
Yeah.
I am the most experienced member. Our newest person got her ranger killed by taking her out of the tree and putting her in the fray.
Yeah.
And yeah, the enemies on the field were outnumbered 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm having to fight like a rogue because Skrinka only has an AC of 14. Because monks don't wear armor. And I've only got 22 hit points.
Yeah.
Are you able to get under my feet?
Jump for me. Got it.
Nope.
There wasn't much to get because it seems that spraying at the feet section doesn't really push the character and doesn't block the gun.
Cool.
Oh, I think I'm able to afford the next nozzle. Yeah, cool. But even with Tyranny of Dragons, the book suggests, like, for instance, in chapter 1, there's a lot of barricades. You're trying to get into the area that's being raided to help out. It says to get to the keep, it gives you like 2 or 3 examples where it's like you can sneak, fight your way through, or just try to run through it. And it's like, what do you guys want to do? Like, I didn't tell them that was like the options that they can do until they started going, oh, I don't know, what should we do? And then I said, well, some of you are more charisma-based characters. If you wanted to, you could pretend to be initiates and that kind of stuff. So there are other options for everything for you to, like, you know, you could go and try to talk your way through it, which they did, and it successfully did that for 2 out of 3 initial barriers. And since then, I've been just throwing little ideas at them and seeing how they want to proceed, because I still want them to have, like, all their, what they think would be all their options that they could possibly do.
Yeah, you still want them to actually be able to play.
Yeah.
Instead of, do you want to do A, B, or C?
Yeah. Luckily for us as well, the warlock in the group took the cantrip of Shape Earth. So there have been areas where they've just been able to blockade off enemies coming in for reinforcements for the dungeon that we were in. And we settled in for a short rest for an hour in game time in an area where he could just do 2 passages blocked off with it. So we're all safe, and I'm like, that's fantastic. Good use of your spells.
Now let me punish you.
Well, that was directly after the fight where they got the guard drakes to help. So the guard drakes were chomping on things in the hallway they blocked off. And once the barrier went down, because it also only lasts an hour, so it was the perfect amount of time for a long rest.
Yep.
Once the wall went down, I had the guard drakes do, I described them to be like Dobermans when they're sitting kind of curled up in that weird dog sont shape they do sometimes.
Yeah.
I had them laying on the ground like that, and they did the whole brings up head and swivels neck to look at the characters. And I said, if they had little Doberman ears, you know they would be up right now, just looking at you. And he said, I'm going to throw the mud wall back up, because it also looks like they're either preparing to pounce or they're preparing to follow you again. He's like, I'm going to throw the wall back up. Cantrip, he can do it whenever he wants, pretty much. And I'm like, okay, good, you've done that, and now I'll roll to actually see what their body behavior would have been like. Like, you hear a thud and scratching against the back of the wall you're pretty sure now it was going to try to eat you, or the other corpse that you left in that room that you hid in for an hour. It's like, yep, not taking that chance anymore, bye. And they just like continued on with the dungeon and left that wall up for an hour.
And there's already corpse there waiting.
Mm-hmm. I always have to like talk to people as well before like we begin a campaign, where I'm like, okay, do you listen to any of the following podcasts, like Dimension 20, Critical Role, anything like that? And if they say yes, I'm like, okay, I am no Matt Mercer or Brennan Lee Mulligan. Do not expect me to be like that in these games, because you'll be sorely disappointed. I let my characters get away with a lot of things. I want them to have the real cool, fun stuff, but you know, I'm not going to be as amazingly descriptive and all that kind of stuff as you expect, like Brennan Lee Mulligan or Matt Mercer to be.
Well, so when it comes to Critical Role, they've already played and they're just reenacting it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it makes for a great show.
Mm.
But I watched 3 episodes. I spent 9 hours. I want my time back.
Yeah. Hey, Pears. Yeah, we do play co-op right now, but because these are career missions that I haven't done before, we're playing co-op together. So, and you can only do 2-player when you're playing career stuff at the moment. Did that get dinged? Okay, it did get dinged.
And I've been dogging his existence for the past 14 years.
Yeah, so they kind of have precedent.
Is that the big scaffolding?
I don't...
That's the big scaffolding.
When Monster Hunter World was like fresh, new and out, we weren't talking yet, were we? Because I wasn't streaming at that point.
No, we didn't get back in contact until Rise.
Yeah. That's right.
Because former housemate, former friend, was trying to play with them and just not having a good time playing with them.
Yeah.
Try to explain things to them and it's like, nah. Just like, shut the fuck, no. Have you forgotten that I've been playing this for years before you? And that the only reason you started playing is because I told you that the charge... Because like, he was originally going to play Hunting Horn.
Yeah.
Because he likes to play support. It's like, okay, cool. You're going to have a great time with this. Hunting Horn is a very cool weapon that I can't play. And then I told you he switched to Charge Blade, which is totally fine. Because there was the Devil May Cry crossover in World. And it's just like, hey, you can do something really cool here. But he seems to think because he sank 1,000 hours into World and Iceborne, no, he's the expert now.
Fuck off.
I will always know more about this than you do.
It's funny as well, like how we have the different kind of perspectives on the games as well. Like, you're there, you listen to all the story stuff, and meanwhile when we're playing together, I'm like, oh my god, can this bitch talk enough? Jesus Christ, let me kill the dragon.
I like to immerse myself. I like the escapism. You know, maybe I do want to be the chosen one.
Yeah. Oh my god, my eye's betraying me. Eyelash, why?
But like in a world with no fall damage, where I can't die.
Yep.
You know, I just want to play pretend. Oh, I found the bit that we missed on the wall.
Oh yeah.
If you can just go up the stairs, the window that I'm currently spraying, crouch down as low as you can.
Is that it?
Yep. Did it not ding for you?
Oh, it did. I was not sure if that was actually the correct wall.
Yeah, no, that was it. But no, it was Rise when we got back in, because I saw on Facebook that you were promoting your Twitch channel, and it's just like,
Yeah.
name? And I was actually kind of nervous about following, because it's just like, are we still good? Because it's been a while.
Yeah.
And I know we didn't leave on bad terms, but some people get kind of upset when you don't contact them for a while.
Yeah, they're called petty. I don't...
Turns out they're neurotypicals, actually.
Oh, yeah. But I've always been in the frame of mind of I can not talk to someone for 5 years and just start off where our friendship was when we left it.
Whereas, I just kind of forget that you exist.
Yeah.
Because I'm not looking at you. It's not that I don't love you.
Yeah.
It's just that I have... You'll go into stasis in my brain.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, yeah, I get pretty much the same thing of like friendship stasis.
That's ADHD.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I do a lot of things that are typically signs of someone who's not neurotypical.
Yeah, we neurospicy.
I would love to get tested if it didn't cost like $300, not $300, it's like $3,000 to $5,000 for all these tests.
There's a place that I can go for $1,500, but the waiting list is very long. It's for women and AFABs.
Yeah.
Because we're the ones that usually don't get diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you're just a daydreamer. That's literally one of the symptoms of female AFAB.
Yeah.
We are internally hyperactive. I have 8 thoughts going at once, okay? I don't get to control this.
8 thoughts going at once. Only 6 of them are about stabbing you.
But like, oh god, one of the best descriptions of it is just like, my brain is like when you have multiple tabs open.
Yeah.
One of them is playing music and you don't know which one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only replaying one part of the song.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
Congratulations, we're both ADHD. And there is a push for them to take into account self-diagnosis, like, not the, oh, I have this symptom, so I'm totally ADHD. It's like, no, it's like, I have been researching this, and I have this symptom, and this symptom, and this symptom, and this symptom, and it has dogged me my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, actually, you know, looking at it, because I'm friends with some older people, just because that's what happens when you get older and you start like joining club activities and things.
Yeah.
And he's like, normally when someone self-diagnoses, I kind of just roll my eyes and it's just like, no, you've clearly been looking into this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, yeah. There's also a suspicion that I have of the crippling depression that I had for a handful of years.
Yeah.
May have actually been autistic burnout.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the antidepressants kind of worked, but not really that much. And when I started getting better was when lockdown happened.
Oh.
game anytime you want to unfreeze. Because one of the things about autistic burnout, for you to be able to come back from that, is when, you just do nothing. You basically just let yourself kind of vegetate.
Yeah.
You just allow yourself to exist. And obviously with lockdown, I was allowed to do this without the pressure of get better, get back to work.
Yeah.
So for many people, lockdown was a terrible thing for their mental health, understandably so. It saved my life, essentially. Because depression doesn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, lockdown pretty much changed nothing for me in the sense of literally the only thing I couldn't do would be my ritualistic Thursday night, go out to the cafe and draw. The only thing that really dynamically changed...
People with ADHD also have... Sorry?
Like, the only thing that really changed for me was the fact that my 3 roommates were constantly home, which was a good thing because I liked them.
But yeah, 1 in 2 people with ADHD also have autism.
Well, it doesn't surprise me for that one.
Oof, man. The Goblin does not like sharing this level.
Not surprised there's so much crap on this level. Quite figuratively and literally.
It's really not that uncommon that it'll freeze like on like a house level or something, but yeah, I've been having quite a few stutters. Oh, okay. So my game froze and I was waiting for it to come back. It was when you stopped power washing is when it let me come back.
I've been finding as well, every time you pick up that scaffolding, if I'm crouching or laying down, it'll pop me back up without me pressing the button. So
Okay.
I think this level is just a glitchy nightmare.
So we're just gonna have to be really good at communicating.
Yeah.
So when I freeze, you need to stop washing.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna move scaffolding, I've got to let you know so you know that you're gonna be popped up in a moment.
Well, at least my issues are a lot less inconvenient than yours. But,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just standing.
I'm just sitting. Because I can hear my power wash go off because I kinda can't do anything until it comes back.
Yeah. Oh, lantern's dirty somewhere.
Because I'm pretty sure I got everything on top, so it should only be the underside.
Yeah. It is primarily just the underside of the roof. And probably the outside of the gates. Ooh, what was that? There you are.
No. The rail's done, now it's just this trim bit that I'm firing at.
Ah, okay.
That's the bit that's going in. Yeah, all those bits around the windows we apparently missed.
Oh my god, that was fucking scary.
Because you could see. Yeah, because it moved.
Yeah, I was looking at the corner of my eye, then something like really dark and blurry just zipped past. I don't know it was the scaffolding, because I know you picked it up. It's like, god damn. Spoopy ass scaffolding.
Bigfoot.
Please, it's you, it's Littlefoot.
Oh, okay. So when you said that, obviously it unlocked something to do with the Land Before Time.
Oh, okay, yeah, a little bit.
Please stop.
Oh, yep. Oh, good.
Okay, no, that didn't fix it. That was just a coincidence last time. I'm still frozen.
Oh, no.
So originally, they were going to have Sarah get eaten by a big tooth. Or a T-Rex sort of thing.
Yep.
But they decided that that was going to be too dark.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Sarah is in the movie.
Okay. From
Looks
what
like
I...
she got
Yeah, go on.
yeah, it's like she got to remain in the movie anyway.
Yeah.
Because she got very full of herself and she's just like, I'm gonna run into what I think is a corpse.
Mm-hmm. From what I've heard, they're remaking those movies.
I won't be watching any remakes, thank you.
Yeah, neither.
Because I don't want to know how they're gonna gut it.
Same.
Because yes, it was dark. For many of us, it may have even been the first foray into death.
Yeah.
It was healthy.
Mm-hmm. As much as I do love, like, I would say a decent portion of wokeness, in the sense of, like, I want people to be represented and all that shit, but I want to know what they're going to do with the characters. Or the storyline and how they're going to try to push, like, a different political ideology on it.
Because the entire point of it was, we live in a dangerous time, we are trying to get somewhere safe.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be elaborated on that. It was, we're stronger together as friends, and that sort of thing. Like, we don't need to bring anything else into it.
Yeah.
They should have never touched the Addams Family.
Are you saying that because of Wednesday or anything like that?
The animated movie.
Oh.
I saw the trailer for that. It's like, I'm not fucking seeing that movie.
Oh, is that the one where Wednesday had the ink paper clip in her hair, or whatever it was?
It's a unicorn clip.
That's it, yeah.
And just that interaction with Morticia, it's just like Morticia would never say that. She would never utter those words to her children.
Yeah.
She would have gone, oh, what's this? And it's like, it brings out my smile. It's like, you're right, dear, it does. She would not respond with, you don't have a smile. Wednesday and Pugsley and I forget their baby brother who came in later, they were all happy, healthy children.
Yeah.
With parents that loved each other.
Mm-hmm.
And liked each other even.
Yeah. I loved all the old style Addams Family. The black and white show was amazing. Yeah. Well, I even liked Wednesday, the series, and I'm glad it's getting renewal.
I just haven't bothered to sit down and watch it.
I think it's honestly worth the watch. It does give Wednesday character, in my eyes, like, yes, Wednesday is a bit of a loner, and she goes through a lot of stuff as a character in general in every iteration of the Addams Family, but she doesn't change herself to be liked by others.
So the actress that plays Wednesday put her foot down and got herself on the writing team because she just point blank refused to do certain scenes and say certain lines.
Oh, good, good.
They were going to make it a three-way between her best friend, and the jock.
Ew.
And she pointed out the only interaction that she's had with the jock is that, like, they've looked at each other.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the grounds of any kind of a relationship or a crush or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, one of the sad things is, it's just, like, it's fantastic that she was taken seriously and that she had that power. But the same thing was happening with The Witcher for the guy that was playing Geralt.
Yeah.
But they replaced him.
Yeah.
Because he's actually a major fan of The Witcher, and it's just like, I wouldn't say that. He wouldn't do that. That's not faithful to the character.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry Cavill is amazing like that with everything he likes to work with if it's nerd culture.
But apparently, he just didn't have the power to put himself on the writing team like, the Sheila that's playing Wednesday does.
Which is strange considering Henry Cavill is, like, huge in Hollywood at the moment.
But maybe it's because she isn't so big and because he can afford to, like, walk away from a role.
Yeah.
Because, she's now, starring in, Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. She's an excellent fit for it.
And when it comes to old movies getting a sequel these days, I actually think Beetlejuice 2 is going to be good.
Because it's the original cast.
Yeah. Michael Keaton's come back, the original, like, teenage kid is playing the mother role now, which is great. Aunt, that's it, yeah.
But it's like, this is faithful.
Yeah.
Because they tried to do a Rocky Horror Picture Show 2, but I don't think any of the original cast was there, and everyone was just like, no, that doesn't need a sequel. You can leave that one alone, that's fine. It did what it needed to do, it was what it needed to be.
One of the things that... Oh, sorry, go on.
They did a sequel to Grease.
Yeah, I'm not a big Grease fan as it is anyway, but I know that that's not needed.
And it was just a gender swap.
Oh.
You know, the guy is attractive once he takes his glasses off.
Yeah.
And, you know, abandons everything about his personality.
Fun.
You know, like the original Grease.
Yep. So one of the things that really irked me about the whole new Wednesday is everyone that was treated to the original Black and White Addams Family was all, oh my god, why did they choose that actor to play Gomez? Because the actor in Wednesday that plays Gomez isn't traditionally handsome.
But he is Hispanic, which is what Gomez is.
Yeah, and he looks exactly like how the original Gomez in, like, the old newspaper style comics and the original show looked. Like, because there was another Addams Family before the one that we got that was black and white. So he looks like he was born to play that role because he looks how Gomez is supposed to look. And everyone was just used to, like, you know, Hollywood over, even back in the...
Whitewashed?
Yeah.
Whitewashed Gomez?
Whitewashed, incredibly handsome Gomez. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm appreciative that we got that Gomez because he was an amazing Gomez. But that's not what Gomez was supposed to be.
The spirit of Gomez was there.
Yeah.
I want a love story like Joker and Harley Quinn.
No.
Fuck that, give me Gomez and Morticia. I want someone who actually likes me.
It's like, okay, white, straight incel man. Sure, you can want to be like the Joker, as it's a Stockholm Syndrome fucking crazy... Ugh. No, thank you.
Stockholm Syndrome is not a thing. No, it's actually legitimately not a thing.
Oh, really?
So there was a bank heist happening, and obviously all the staff got taken hostage.
Yeah.
But the guys that were doing it treated the staff very well. You know, they made sure that, like, they had food, water, you know, bathroom breaks, whatever, you know. It was just like, you know, we're in a tight spot, we don't want to hurt you, you're essentially bargaining chips, you know. And, like, so, you know, they were being treated like people, and that sort of thing. So when they were eventually, like, you know, the hostages were released and everything came to an end, it was just like, no, they treated us pretty well, and it wasn't a big deal. So the psychiatrist named, you know, Dr. Stockholm.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, because you were in this stressful situation, you started identifying with your captors and blah blah blah, and he made up Stockholm Syndrome.
Ugh.
It's just like, no, they actually just treated us really well, and it's just like, you know, I'm not gonna make... We're all gonna survive if we just, you know, don't do stupid shit. Because, you know, women, they're hysterical.
Oh, of course. The good old ways that they would use to treat hysteria.
But yeah, Stockholm Syndrome is not actually a thing. When it comes to the Joker and Harley Quinn, it's just manipulation. She got too curious about a mind and she went down a rabbit hole that she shouldn't have.
I am looking forward to Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix's sequel to Joaquin's Joker.
I just don't find the Joker interesting enough, so I haven't seen any of it.
Ah, like you didn't even see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, original movie?
Nope.
Well, it's portrayed in a very different light to pretty much every other Joker movie that's been out there, because it's more about the psychological side of him, I believe. So I've very much enjoyed it. My mum won't touch anything to do with the Joker, with the bar of soap, even Batman anymore after Heath Ledger.
I didn't like his portrayal.
Yeah?
I don't like the Dark Knight portrayal at all.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch superhero movies, anti-hero movies, for it to exist in the real world.
Yeah.
I want escapism. Okay, the world is shitty enough. I don't need you bringing this into the real world.
Yeah.
Because the Joker is supposed to be ludicrous insanity, and all Heath Ledger's was insanity.
Yeah.
And fuck any director that enforces method acting.
Oh my
This
God.
is exactly why you do not do it.
Yeah.
Because that's what killed Heath Ledger. He was expected to live out, you know, the mindset of this insane, tortured person. You can't be doing that to people. Like, sure, get into it and learn about stuff, but don't make them take that shit home.
Yeah. Whoop.
So, like, I love it when DC does an animated series. Always fantastic. I tend to not like Marvel animated series because they're not as good. But Marvel definitely makes the better live-action movies.
Yeah, I've always said that DC is fantastic animated, but they tend to bomb on live action, and I find that besides the original X-Men series and now X-Men 97, I really haven't liked anything animated that they've produced as Marvel.
I really enjoyed X-Men Evolution.
Oh, X-Men Evolution was so fucking good.
It was such an interesting, fresh take.
Fucking gothic rogue. Ugh.
It makes perfect sense.
I still love the meme of the original X-Men movies, which I will always say were fantastic. I don't care what anyone says. Mainly because I'm an X-Men stan, but I know where they fucked up in other movies. But anyway, I digress. I love the meme of Rogue and Storm when they're going on about how there's a cure for the mutant plight. And Rogue's like, you mean they can cure us? And Storm's like, no, because there's nothing to cure. This is just how we are. And someone's taken that line and goes, this is how we are. We're perfect, says the weather goddess who is treated like a fantastic woman to the person who touches people and their hearts explode.
Goddess.
Yeah. As she says, that's the person with practical chainsaws for hands.
Because yeah, when you go through the comics, there is some rather alarming looking X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a guy that like Angel has, like, you know, bird mutations and stuff. But it's like the hollow bones and a gross elongated face.
Yeah.
And it's like all of the worst bits. And he falls in love with that's a very powerful novel I'm using, so be careful.
Oh good.
He falls in love with someone who has like bug powers, and they end up having kids, and there's like just bug egg sacs everywhere in this room.
Oh, thank you.
And like he's obviously very fragile because
hollow bones and all that.
Yeah, there's like there are ideas here, and you are right. Like not all of them. Like obviously we're only seeing like the mutants that are able to go out and do this sort of thing without dying instantly.
Yeah.
But it's just like, nope, I'm pretty sure that some of them, like if they said that, hey, we can just make you human, they would very much be jumping at that because their lives are not good as mutants.
There's
Because not all evolution is good.
Like there have been some heartbreaking comic stuff as well, and like some really good ideas that they put into comics. And one of my favorite things that they did, that they brought in for X-Men 97, is they canonically kept it with Rogue how if she touches someone, it's not only just the mutation she can take on, it's also she gets the intellect, the knowledge that they have. Like in X-Men 97, when Jean is going to give birth to Scott's baby, the doctor outright refuses to help deliver the baby because she's a mutant. So Rogue's like, well, we're delivering this baby one way or another, and she saps his strength, learning all of his medical career stuff to give Jean the proper treatment she deserves when giving birth.
Because giving birth is dangerous. You can still die.
Yeah. In the comic lines, there's been such tragic things to do with Rogue. Like, there's one particular storyline where there's a child dying in the hospital with a terminal illness, and the one thing he wants to do before he goes is, because he's a mutant, he wants to meet the X-Men. So the X-Men come down and they meet him and make him an honorary member of the X-Men. They give him his own jacket and all that stuff, and Rogue is speaking to him on his bed, degloved for some reason, unbeknown to all the readers. Like, why you not have glove on? And knowing what Rogue's powers are, the kid touches her hand and allows his life force to be sapped just by one instant of touching her, so that he can stop suffering. He puts on a brave face the whole time, just so that he can touch Rogue and die, so he doesn't have to feel pain anymore. And that leaves Rogue mentally fucked because she inadvertently killed a child.
Yeah.
Oh, that just makes me... I haven't read the comic. I saw a small, like, YouTube thought about it, and just talking about that really upsets me. Because she's one of my...
That's also a very shitty thing for that child to do, because now she has to live with that. Like, I understand. None of us want to suffer. But now you pass that suffering on to others in a completely different way.
Yeah. It's just like...
And not to mention the backlash that would have happened as a result.
Yeah.
Oh, mutants came and visited a child, and now the child is dead.
Ooh. That storyline mocked me from just that small short.
And Rogue deals with so much already.
Yeah.
And there's something I've been meaning to look up and I haven't yet, because we went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Really good, recommend. It's a good time. It's not often that you have, you know, a sequel where majority of them are good.
Yeah.
But the third one is it's pretty good. I had a really good time. They end up in a space where there's a bunch of like alternate things. And I've got to look up and find out if this is Nightcrawler's brother or if this is an alternate version of him.
Is it a red dude?
Yeah.
It's Azazel, that's technically his father.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Nightcrawler's father has been debated.
Okay, so, it must be because my brain is so tinged with X-Men Evolution. I thought Magneto was his father.
So here's the thing though, because of all the retcons they end up doing, Nightcrawler's father has been 3 or 4 different people in the comics.
Right.
And they also make it so that these are all technically canon, but they're only canon for the main timeline that they're doing at that point. So
Right.
at one point in the canon, it was Magneto, and that's my one that I like to go off of because that's the canon that I was introduced to X-Men in. In another canon, it's Sabretooth.
Oh.
In another canon, it is the like governor of the area that Mystique is from. But in the now canon, Azazel is Nightcrawler's father, which makes a lot of sense because it gets all the teleporting abilities of his father with the blue skin of his mother.
And he's got his dad's tail.
Yeah. And Azazel's just an amazing character as well because he is in Days of Future Past. That X-Men movie, which is probably one of the only good movies from the reboot cast, where it's like the younger.
Days of Future Past, and I don't remember seeing him.
So Days of Future Past is the one where they're trying to stop Mystique from taking out Oliver Trask, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either that one or the one after it that has Azazel in it, because I believe Days of Future Past also has young Eric dealing with trying to hunt down the Nazi that killed his mother and awakened his powers to its full potential through anger. But his main entourage is Azazel and one other mutant that I can't remember for the life of me right now. Yeah, so
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
honestly, Days of Future Past is one of the ones to watch. It's so good.
I don't remember, like, maybe it's one of the other ones that I've seen.
I gotta Google
Maybe it was
this
just
now.
young, maybe I've only seen Young X-Men?
Azazel appearance movies X-Men. Oh, he's in First Class, not Days of Future Past.
No, okay, I know I saw First Class. I don't remember him at all.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go back and watch it, you'll get a lot of Azazel. So.
Movie night?
Absolutely.
Discord movie night.
Yeah.
Unless one of us can travel.
I've actually got a special edition Days of Future Past that has all the scenes included in the movie that Rogue was cut from. Because I think it's was it Anna Kendrick who played Rogue? Who played Rogue in X-Men? Anna Paquin. She was supposed to have Kitty Pryde's part in Days of Future Past, but something happened with scheduling and all this kind of stuff, so they ended up still having her scenes as bonus features on the Blu-ray, but there's also a part in the main movie where you see Kitty Pryde is helping Logan go back in time, and whilst they are like doing the swivel shot of everything happening, there's a reflection that still has Rogue that they never CGI'd over to be Kitty Pryde doing the thing. So yeah, there's a whole like 20 to 30 minutes of cut footage of Rogue's subplot of them having to break her out of the mutant sentinel prison. So yeah, but she was supposed to have a much larger role, or a role at all in that movie, but she just had another project going on that conflicted so much that they decided to, nah, we'll put Kitty Pryde as a bigger part of the storyline. And they had that as a second.
I don't think it necessarily suffered to not have her there, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. It was because X-Men, you can really shuffle around things as like, she shouldn't have had that ability because it wasn't canon or anything like that. But you can just use it as your own story device, saying this is a new secondary mutation that they obtained. There's like secondary powers.
New mutations, the more powerful it can become.
Yeah, exactly. Like Emma Frost, she was originally just a telepath, but then she unlocked her ability of diamond skin through great stress. Which is an unfortunate
I
ability.
hate Emma Frost.
Oh.
She's not interesting as a character at all. She's not British. She puts it on.
Yeah. Have you seen the X-Men anime that was produced in Japan? Because there is a fantastic anime that they made, and Emma Frost is kind of a main-ish character of it, where she's supposed to be the tutor, mentor kind of figure for I think it was the first Japanese mutant that they were bringing in for a long time, so they made a whole anime based around her and the X-Men and helping her get her powers under control.
The last animated series that I actually sat down and watched and was committed to watching was Wolverine and the X-Men, and it's really funny because the guy that does Koga's English voice in Inuyasha voices Wolverine in that, and it's the funniest fucking thing hearing that voice come out of that face.
Oh my god.
Because he does not do a good snarl or a good growl like whoever did the voice in X-Men Evolution. So it sounds so goofy. Because he does like this kind of scream thing and it's not good.
Yeah. Like Logan's berserker screams and whatnot. I've watched the anime that I mentioned in both English and Japanese, and I think it's fantastic throughout.
Yeah. Send me a list.
Oh, I definitely will. It's so funny though with the original X-Men series from the 90s, because they had such not a huge budget, but a decent budget for 95% of the story before they got canned. So to wrap it up, like I've got the original series on DVD, and it's like the last disc and a half worth of content. Their animation budget just tanked, and it went from amazing, like for the time, like amazing graphics and all this shit, and then it just goes to what looks like the equivalent of Ringo Starr's MS Paint artwork. It's just, oh my lord.
Oh dear.
To me, you're floating in a crouch position, like you're about to kung fu kick someone in the face.
Oh, okay. I'm standing up.
Not for me.
Screenshot that shit.
Oh god.
Because I gotta move in a second.
Yeah. Upload file. I don't know where my screenshots go.
So if you do F12, it will go directly to Discord. If you hit print screen, I open Paint and then I just go paste.
Ah, right. I might just do a snippet then, because that's the one I usually do. Snip. Full. Power wash. New.
You know, I could have just looked down at my phone and seen what you were seeing.
That's true, but it's gonna be in the Discord now.
Not everyone can see it if they didn't see the VOD.
Pictures, screenshots. Right, everything's being shown because I'm sharing the entirety of my computer.
So you've only got one monitor.
Yep. So it is now in the same spot that you put the other one in.
Okay, so even though where you're spraying, like I am seeing the water come down over. Oh no, that's a waterfall. That's why I'm seeing water come down over there. It's just like, what the hell is happening with the water physics? The tree was mostly covering a waterfall, and then when I moved around a bit more, I could see it. Like, what is this? What is this game? So wait, have you not been getting phone messages yet?
What do you mean?
In game.
Oh, I have been. I just haven't been bothered reading them because we've had such interesting conversations. Talking about the Addams Family and then X-Men and Monster Hunter. We're just nerding out at this point.
Yeah. And honestly, it's not that interesting. It's just the guy talking about like Bigfoot conspiracy theories, and he's like, "Do you want to know a Bigfoot fact?" And it's like, it's nothing.
Yeah. And to be real, like, I'm not really interested in this level and its lore. I just want to finish it because it's such a big fucking job.
I do like this level. I love the idea of a treehouse.
I should be able to afford another nozzle at this point. Oh, I need 1.2k for the longest section. Yep. Thank you. And tree in the way.
That is the entirety of the underside. No. Now I think it's the entirety of the underside. How are we doing for time? I haven't checked at all.
We're probably nearing the end. Yeah, once we finish this level, I think that will be it, unless there's a really small job we can just bitch slap the shit out of. Let's face it, this was a huge level.
Oh yeah. I got through quite a few of my longer podcast episodes going through this.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't mad about. I've been meaning to catch up.
I think I might do 2 separate YouTube archive playlists for the Critical Role models that I'm painting, and
Yep.
and just other models if I want to paint them sporadically.
Art channel.
Yeah. I want to finish Vexalia on stream, but I also want to paint my dragon cultists.
What are you laughing about?
Just the fact of like, I have so many dragon cultists to paint. Fucker. On the railing.
Had to do it at least once.
Yeah. Woo. So close to being finished. I can imagine what they would have to do to get the wood this shape to go up as the staircase, like the inner one. That'd be a lot of like water soaking and finagling.
I imagine that they would probably have like a mold that you can, like it gradually compresses it into. That would be my thinking.
Yeah.
With my absolute zero experience as a chippy.
I've seen a few YouTube videos where they make excited shapes with wood by cutting certain pieces and then folding it in on itself. But this is a monumental task.
Yeah. So when I did live in Queensland and I did my high school there, in woodwork it's like, okay, we're gonna make cabinets. I knew everyone was gonna make a square or a rectangle, so it's like, I want to make an octagon.
Yeah.
And at the first calculations, it's like, this is wrong. Because like they gave us the equation to figure out like what angle you need to cut the wood on. And it didn't matter how I wrote it, it kept saying that the answer it kept giving me was 45, as in cut the wood on a 45-degree angle. It's like, that's wrong. I don't need to cut the wood and waste the wood to know that's wrong.
Yeah.
And so I went to my teacher, it's like, yeah, it's not giving me the correct answer. He's like, okay, well, try it. And so I did 2 pieces, like, as you can see, this is going to make a square.
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay. And then he tried something else, and it did give me a different answer, but it was gonna end up being a hexagon.
Yeah.
Like, nope, that's still not right. So what my teacher did, and he did this because, one, I am the only girl, I'm copying all this shit from the guys for existing in their space. But because I wanted to do something different, he really went above and beyond for me. It was great.
Yeah.
He set up the octagon on computer and printed it so that we could measure the angle that was there with the protractor.
Ah.
And ended up being like, I don't remember what it is, I'm just going to throw something out there, like 23.7.
Yeah.
Like, it was something very, very specific. And yeah, I got to make my octagon.
I'm glad that when I started doing an offshore program from the high school, that I got a woodwork teacher that actually cared and listened. And I ended up getting to make a wooden backpack, which I've now destroyed since moving. Because, like, fuck that, I don't need it in my life anymore, I'm not going to cosplay up here. And I got to make my getter sandals.
Apparently we missed a roof trim. This one. Oh, yep, I see it.
I'm gonna pick up that devil ladder. Come here, fuckboy.
Lower jack rim juice.
You kidding me? I can't even use the ladder there? That's right. Right now I'm holding a ladder that I have to go back up here to get rid of. Why can't I jump? You can jump when you hold things.
Aha.
Okay, I'm at the joint. Why is it not clean? I'm at the wrong joint, never mind. Where are you?
Oh, yep, that'd be why. That's... Yep.
Don't do this to me again, game. I was doing the seasonal special of the Santa Claus's workshop, and there was a piece of grime that somehow got located behind a piece of glass that you can't get to. So I did 99% of it, and that was literally the last thing. And I'm feeling like the tree has glitched over this, so I can't claim the last piece of fucking thing off of it.
I have the stronger gun, so maybe I'll be able to get it.
I have max gun at the moment. Buy equipment. I still don't have the max extender, so it's a little shit, but I will switch to this. Nothing I do.
Which one is it?
The one that I'm over at.
Because yeah, I can't. Every time you hit it with water, I can't see it.
Yeah, it's this one here. There's like a little piece over here that the tree has gone over. So I get the feeling it's actually behind that.
Go up and see if maybe it's on the top side as well.
Okay. Oh, yep, you're right.
There you go.
Awesome!
Because yeah, sometimes you gotta get it's on all angles.
Holy fucking hell. And I am $9.75 away from getting my next nozzle, like son of a bitch. And the next one is clean the drill, which honestly I reckon we could quickly do.
You can't.
Really?
A lot of rust. Loads and loads of rust.
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have a look at this big bitch.
You are gonna spend a lot of time on the red nozzle.
Oh, that's fucking... Oh my god. Drill have an achievement.
I will knock the dirt off, but like just like look at the drill alone. And you have to get
Drill head tip first. Come here, drill head tip.
You're gonna have to get it from the top side as well.
Achievement? Where you at?
Is it the drill head and the tip?
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, drill head and tip, yeah. Just bringing up the incredible, the underminer into my mind. Woo, achievement. Yeah, I can get the longer extension, but I'm not. I'm gonna get the soap nozzle, because that's gonna help here a lot more.
So yeah, I don't have access to any soap. And I'm not carrying any either. I'm not allowed to bring in anything extra. Just my gun. And I can't go beyond what you are allowed, what you are able to access.
Ah, crap. I bought the other one's soap. Soap. Downgraded to get metal cleaner going. 3. Metal.
I would recommend getting the dirt off first.
Yeah.
Just so you don't end up wasting it. Because there's a lot. of the dirt, but it's a damn good chunk of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I hate it when like there's a slightly raised surface, so you just get stuck on it when you're trying to walk.
Yep. Happens to me on the stairs.
Yeah, it was happening to me a lot on the stairs in the last level. Hey, Papa. Fucking hate having to clean tread.
Yep.
Fucking Warhammer levels have fucked me on that.
Yeah, this was my first experience with it, and I am not the least bit interested in doing the Warhammer one. Poor Del, I called Space Marine 1 and 2's Warhammer. I honestly forgot what it was called, and I just knew it was Warhammer related.
That's Marine. I'm probably gonna get a Tyranid root pack thing to paint on stream because they come with like 3 models and all the required colors to do it, and I don't have like 80% of the colors that are already in those paints that are already in that box. So I'm like, yeah, more paints, more models.
It takes way longer by yourself and when you don't have the right equipment.
Mm-hmm. Spot, good spot. Eh. Rear door frame.
I'm not seeing anything on my side.
There we go. Wheel drives. I don't know what that is.
Me either.
Wheel drives, wheel drives. Hello? Lowy bit? Oh, there it is.
Oh, yep.
Yay! Neither of us changed, so it's two blue dudes.
Oh shit, yeah. Well, we were only gonna look at it. We weren't gonna commit to it.
Yeah.
And then we committed to it.
Oh, it's the temple next. Okay, we can pick that up at a different time. Won't be tomorrow because I've got doctor's appointments, but... Ooh. My fingers. Oh, they cramp. Switch over to the Let's Talk screen. I don't know, well, thank you for coming out again.
Always.
Yeah. I'm gonna catch Lars live at some point because you can only use your Prime sub when they're live. Really fucking weird. And they're not online at the moment, so boo. Anyway, thank you for coming out, having fun.
My caps lock is on.
Alright, so we are going to call it there. I'll be back later on tonight. I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'll be back. Until then, thank you very much for coming out, and I'll catch you another time.
Bye.
Bye.